joining us now is Dr. Pamela Udoka, Acting National Publicity Secretary, Nigerian Association of Clinical Psychologists. Apparently, it's important to discuss this leg of the issue. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having
on
me.
Newsnight. So apparently, it does seem, I mean, from that report and based on, you know, research, that betting has some psychological effect, whether it is artisans, you're talking about professionals, students, what have you. What is it about betting or gambling, you know, that causes this, what seems to be an addiction?
To start with, to tell you how important it is, we don't just say people are suffering from gambling disorder. Right. It's actually classified under our Diagnostic and Statistical Manual, the 5th edition. So gambling is classified under substance disorders and related addictions. So it is recognized, okay? Right. Psychologically, why people can engage in gambling is because one of them is they want to have this dopamine high. You know, when you gamble, you release a hormone, that dopamine. Yeah. So you want to continuously have that high, so you not engage in that behavior continuously. And you find out that peer pressure, social media influence, people want to live beyond their means. You are seeing others having material or wealth, exhibiting material wealth, so you want to be part of that. Some want instant gratification. They want to click here, click X, and gain ABC at the same time. So you find out that if you are classified under that group, there are criteria you must meet. You must have tried to stop gambling and you didn't succeed. Right. You're always preoccupied with gambling. And of course, you depend on others to get money to gamble, and it affects your relationship because you know you have issues with your significant others. So all these are psychological issues. I
mean, just before we came right on air and we're listening to that report, you heard the last respondent on the street there say, you know, it's people that gamble have money. But and I'm like, I'm not sure he knows the reality. But doctor, I mean, is it only rich people that gamble? Obviously not.
In fact, it's those ones who have those 200 naira I mentioned, those who have 15 naira, 100 naira, they are the ones that gamble a lot because they expect that 200 naira will bring maybe 2 million.
So then the question would be, because you have people who also among friends, you know, gamble. They place bets.
Yes.
At what point does gambling move from recreation among friends to become
a disorder?
Addiction.
Yes.
And then what sort of, you know, prevention measures can we take at this time? Because I mean, look at the numbers. $6 million daily.
It's alarming. So if you look at somebody who has gambling disorder, the person is preoccupied with gambling. I mean, gambling once, twice with friends is not a disorder. But when it becomes an addiction, is when that person is preoccupied with gambling. That's all he thinks about. It takes over his activities of daily living. When he's awake, he's thinking of gambling. When he loses, he wants to place another bet. You know, he gets money from this friend to place bets. He maybe takes a loan from one app. That's all he thinks about, you know. And then he starts lying, you know, borrowing money from friends, lying to significant others or wives or husbands or even other relatives. That is when, you know, because you must meet a certain number of criteria. There are about 9 of them in our diagnostic manual. When you meet 4 of those, you know, over a period of 12 months, then we can now say, yes, this person is addicted.
What are
to
those 4?
I mentioned the preoccupation with gambling.
Okay,
yeah,
right.
When you are preoccupied with gambling, that's all you're thinking about.
Yeah.
When you start borrowing money to reinvest, as it were, the gambling habit.
It's an investment.
Yes. Okay. When you start lying, when you start having relationship issues, you know, over a period of 12 months, and that's all you're thinking about, just gambling.
What you're saying, because I'm just thinking, I mean, let's even move away from gambling for a bit. Social media.
Yeah.
Social media. You pick up your phone, you're about to go to bed, and you tell yourself, maybe it's, I don't want to mention names, right? And you say, okay, let me just look at this. You take that first look, the second look, the third. You say, okay, I'll just look at one more and I'm done. And you just, you get hooked. This is actually like drug addiction, and social media addiction. Yeah. So how do you begin to pull away? How do you extricate yourself from this addiction? How do you even begin to help yourself?
Yeah,
to start with.
Yeah, before
seeking help elsewhere.
No, you have to be aware,
right,
that you have an issue. There has to be that self-awareness that I've tried to stop and I cannot stop. Then maybe a relative also observes that this person has an issue and cannot stop. So they now refer. One of the ways to help yourself is to seek mental health experts. Fortunately for those of you in Abuja, the clinical psychologists are in Abuja. So we have a segment in our conference that we offer pro bono services. So when you seek a mental health services, the experts, the clinical psychologists will assess the situation, assess the individual, and then be able to diagnose if this person is actually suffering from gambling disorder or from any addiction. Then go ahead to now plan the treatment. Okay?
All right, Doctor, because we're wrapping up, you missed one of my questions earlier, which I talked about prevention. Can it be prevented? And then what sorts of interventions or awareness can we begin to create now?
Yes, it can be prevented.
Very quickly.
Yeah, it can be prevented, because if you, like I was saying, if you are aware that you have an issue, or before you even get into the state where you are addicted, we'll assess and know what is making you addicted to gambling. Is it stress? Is it the peer pressure? Is it anxiety? Is it financial illiteracy? You know, when we know all this, then we can now be able to prefer the appropriate solution. Behavior modification.
Right.
You know, if the gambler would prefer behavior modification for relationship issues, will now have a treatment around you resolving the relationship conflicts with your significant others, and also have psychoeducation around financial literacy. And then there's something that I know government does about empowerment and skills acquisition. If the youth can now actively engage in what the government is doing, it will take them away from those excesses of gambling. They can now gainfully use their skills and earn legal finances.
What they say about the idle mind
exactly.
is the devil's workshop, isn't
you know, it's
it?
always that last one more try. Let me just try this one last time. It's never the last time.
And it's never the last time.
No.
Dr. Pamela
That's
Udoka,
why it's an addiction.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you
joining
for
us.
having me. Thank you.
I have a feeling we have to bring you back and explore other issues of, depression and what have you.
I'm available. Thank you so much.
Acting National Publicity Secretary, Nigeria Association of Clinical Psychologists, NACP. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.